Yeah, let's go with. Let's see.
And we are off.
Let's go with the medallion from my side today.
Oh my goodness! Well,
That's an item you want to see.
Crystals in the overworld. I think I saw Eastern as a 5-6, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, we starting with the boots. That's insane. Yeah, confirmed. Eastern is a 5-6.
Well, having boots is really nice to have. It's one of those items you always want to see in the beginning.
Yeah. So it's a full crystal light world, which means we could have. There's a very strong chance that my dark world prediction is right. We'll have a pendant, Skull Woods, or Turtle Rock. Uncle Day has just for a little bit of money. Money is a little bit important in the early starts, and hey, some free bombs as well.
Those you never say no to early bombs.
Looks like the mushroom spot wasn't anything too important here, based on Illus's thing. Ah, the blue boomerang. Not the best, but it does help out on an occasion.
I mean, it's the best boomerang at least.
Well, truly the best boomerang is no boomerang at all. Let's be real.
True.
Unless you like it for the menuing. And hey, power gloves already.
Nice.
Alright, so we're seeing Kakariko here in Illis. Unfortunately, Illis has to walk slowly through the Kakariko.
So, Pinky Rose is going to check Lumberjack Ledge.
And looks like Ed Team's doing the same thing.
Gotta...
Meanwhile, Well has nothing major for us just yet. Oh, was that what I thought it was?
Let's see. It's 10 arrows.
Okay, we can ignore that then. Oh, it looks like there was a sword of the mushroom spot. Or, wait, no. Oh! Salty Fry was checking the back of Escape. I completely missed it. Never mind. I'm blind.
Well, there was a unique item in Lost Woods. The mushroom spot has a single arrow.
Oh, we have a free half magic?
And mirror as well.
I'm suspecting something about the seed already. And the mirror, you said?
Yep.
5 rupees on the old man.
Yeah, Pinky Rose is doing the sequence breaking up to Death Mountain. Bottle Vendor has 10 arrows for us today, so nothing special.
Peace art on top of Spectral Rock, and there's the sword, and there's the mushroom. And more importantly, though, PKR is checking Spectral Rock Cave. Normally, this is just an item check, but in version 30, we included the hint system. Those hint tiles are going to give us information.
We have a book in Chicken Hut House.
Oh boy, and that's a good one to get. We have bombs and a unique item.
That's interesting.
Behind the Pyramid Fairy.
And one of the 5-6 crystals is Eastern Palace as well.
So, what a unique item is for those, again, who may not be new, it is a specific set of items that can be masked. It could be boots, which we already know it can't be. It could be the mushroom, it could be the bug net, it could be a medallion, it could be the flute even.
Ooh, shovel on the race game.
And the moon pearl at the dam.
Interesting. So with the items we got, and we know where they are, we're only one item away from Dark World access. And that's the hammer.
And PKR, with the sword and the mushroom in hand, is there.
Did PKR find flippers?
No, she's in a fake flipper.
Oh, she's fake flipping. Okay.
Yeah. And it seems that we are currently down a person because we only have half of our trackers lighting up here, folks. Bear with us, we'll get those lit up for you as soon as it's convenient.
Well, Mini Model Cave had money and silver arrows.
Silvers are a nice pickup.
Let's see the shovel spot.
Shovel spot is just some more explosives.
That was a boring item.
There we go. There's the Book of Medora in the chicken house, as we've now saw. And PKR checking the mushroom, and it was nothing important, so she hard reset to keep the mushroom. Smart play.
And 50 rupees inside of the Ice Rod Cave. And ETM is setting up the water walk. I think he was trying to set it up at least.
PKR is in basement of escape now. This is normally where you have to go and rescue Zelda, but we don't have to do it, so PKR is down here purely for the items.
And EDM is running on water. And Hobo has 20 rupees.
Illis is now with the boots that were in Link's house. Race game, like we said, has the shovels. There we go. Totally start picking that up now. And we're seeing a bomb escape from Illis, but it looks like Illis did not get the setup right with the bombs.
I don't think Illis has picked up a sword yet.
Guard. Oh! Zelda Cell required. That is the Canis of Maria. Well, it may not be required,
That's
actually. And Illis is doing bomb escape. Very difficult, actually. And you know the good part is about the Canis of Maria? PKR having had the mushroom and actually kept it. And what that means is she'll be able to do a trick known as fake powder later to get the magic battle item without having to hunt down the powder.
That's always nice to ignore the powder if she doesn't find it. Let's see if ETM is going to do the same thing with hard resetting after turning in that mushroom.
And there's the Moon Pearl for PKR. We can now see why PKR skipped. It was only 20 rupees there at the mushroom turn in. And PKR now checking. There are the silver arrows.
Okay, yeah, Pinky Rose haven't been in Kakariko yet, so she will get her stuff later on, like the mirror and all that.
Kind of an interesting play for her, actually. But, taking advantage of the boots. Boots, I don't doubt her routing one bit.
Oh no, she already unlocked the, so she can start on the mounts later on, since she sequence broke up there, so with that mirror later on, she will be able to do Hera if she wants.
Yep. PKR does need to do Kakariko eventually, though. That is, I believe, where the book is, at least.
Yeah, that as well.
And PKR doing another variation of Water Walk known as, or another variation of Fake Flippers, rather, known as Water Walk. A little bit of glitched in, which the game doesn't check to see if you're swimming or not.
Salt Fry is farming up some rupees for Sora.
Yeah, he might suspect something here. PKR now doing the reverse Fake Flipper to get out of Hobo. And you have to really be careful with getting that Fake Flipper there, because it is actually possible to overshoot the transition from that reverse Fake Flipper, and then put yourself in a situation in which you're soft locked.
Yeah.
I don't even know if the game is programmed to insta-kill you at that point. But you just...
Gut is in Desert, by the way.
Pendant in Misery Mire. Green Pendant Mire.
Interesting.
And we have a Boots Lock Desert. And the hammer has been found by PKR. The hospital is paying out. Etienne, I believe, also has the hammer now as well. Anita kind of is in your house, Numpty. That is the Boots hint.
That is a nice hint if you haven't picked up your boots.
And it's actually kind of perfect to have that hint right there where you need the boots.
Yep.
And yeah, that's the thing about the guaranteed boots hint that is available because of the unique hints. It can be hidden. Oh, 5-6 is Turtle Rock. We have a pendant over in Pod, and I missed the third pendant. I think it was Swamp.
I do believe it was Swamp, yeah.
So the Ice Rod is required. The Fire Rod is unfortunately required. Alright, Hypia, what do you got for us? Money to start off. The 10 bomb pack. 10 arrows. The red mail. And 20 rubies. Kind of a meh rewards. There's another sword in Desert.
So, we'll at least have Master Sword in the seed.
Well, we can need Master Sword. You can't damage Ganon with the Fighter Sword.
Exactly, but we know where we have two swords. So that's nice to have.
Indeed.
Let's get some Egina action.
Yep, Egina, one of the more out-of-the-way checks. Look at this sync of PKR and Etienne, by the way. I would swear you're the same character, but no, one's using Bo from Animal Crossing, the other one's using the Fox, right?
20 rupees. And Egina had 10 arrows, so nothing major.
And notice, unfortunately, it's one of the few without Darkwood access does not have the gloves that are under the Boots rocks by the Sanctuary. PKR's going up the Catfish with this and the Mirror. This is a fairly clean set of checks she's going to be doing here.
Did PKR go into Kakariko? Because if she didn't, she doesn't have the mirror yet.
That's a good question. I forgot. I'm sure we'll get those items of the day so we can be a little bit more accurate with those statements. The lamps on Catfish.
Nice. No dark rooms, even though I'm pretty sure all our runners can do dark rooms. Ooh, we're getting bombs check. 10 arrows.
Illis now picking up the hammer, has the sword as well. PKR looks to be heading towards the shovel spot and maybe Kakariko as well. And with the lamp! What does that tell us with the lamp? Well, it tells us Aghanim wasn't required.
Well, go to Death Mountain, maybe?
Yeah, that might be telling him to go to Death Mountain.
Or clear out Desert Palace.
Hera. We can full
Yeah,
clear
Hera as
Hera.
well.
And I would say Hera's...
both Hera and Desert.
I would say Hera is the value play right now because it's 2 hints as well as 2 items. So, somewhat valuable dungeon you can do, and it's fairly quick.
Oh, and we have the hammers. We can go to the east side of Death Mountain as well to go to Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave.
Indeed. And Pierre is now doing the Kakariko plays. Right side of Eastern has the map. I didn't see what the front had.
I think it was the compass, but I'm not sure anymore.
Etium also doing Kakariko. And PKR is going to do the fake powder. Her routing is going to pay off and let her full clear the light side of Kakariko.
Okay, let's see.
Alright, fake powder yields for us. Bombs. A unique item requires a green pendant. Did I read that right?
You did. So, I mean, the unique item could be like Cane of Burna.
Could be Cane
So
of
it doesn't
Burna.
need to be.
Could be the Ice Rod.
Could be the Fire Rod.
Can't be the flute. Cannot be
Nope.
the flute. Cannot be Titan's mitts. Although I think the mitts are not part of the unique item hints. And the reason for that, folks, is our green pendant is Misery Mire. In order to get to Misery Mire, we need the flute. So therefore, the unique item behind the green pendant cannot be the flute. That causes a what we call an impossibility in the logic.
Oh, both flute and the gloves cannot be in there. Because you need Titan's Mist to open up that warp point. And Bambo's in Eastern Palace, by the way.
And Bombos and Eastern, alright. That's a good item to pick up. Be careful with our red mail. Gonna be going in here to pick up the Master Sword, along with the mirror, I think, and the half magic. Or is that all that's spread across the other locations? I forget. Oh, there's a mirror. There's the half magic. Yeah, the other sword's in the, well, my mistake.
And Elo's just got his gloves, so he got his Dark World axes now. Salt the Fry is going up to Death Mountain and Tower of Hera.
Yeah, for those, just to clarify in chat, if it says requires a green pendant that is specifically Sarhasrula, it will say requires all 3 pendants if it's a pedestal hint. Oh no, we were mistaken. These Town is the other pendant. I only just now caught that. It wasn't Swamp. So we do need the Flipper Succeed, and we do need the Hook Shot.
So that means also... I mean, Thieves' Town is pretty easy to check out, no matter what, so... Going in there, sure, it will take a few, but...
Etherine checked. Piece of Heart. Blue Boomerang now for PKR.
EDM is going for that hint in Swamp Palace.
Alright, information. Meanwhile, we're going to see some information from Hera. Unique items under some rocks, that's the Power Glove. I'm about to see the hint for in Hera 1, as I call it, because of the lower one. And that's what we call a joke hint that gives us no information whatsoever.
Ooh, pedestal hype.
Bad hype, what do we got? Red potion, not required. Well, maybe, but odds are no.
I don't think anybody will go for that bottle.
Yeah, there's 3 others in the pool, so if there's something important on Sick Kid, we have other options. Pet is pretty much dead, folks, unfortunately.
It looks at Catfish now getting his lamp. PKR is heading into Skullwoods.
And second include Hera. Piece of art above the post that is telling us that Graveyard Ledge has nothing for us of note.
I'm not sure, but have Saltify found any items more than the map and... well...
I don't think he's found any items, no. I think there might be something in the basement. So Moldorm and the basement have something. Now we're seeing Zora play here from Illis.
Ethium is going into Desert Palace. He can full clear it because he has lamp.
Yep. Everyone at least at blue mid now. PKR the only one at red. I know sometimes the sprites make it hard to tell, but I know the sprite difference is.
Ooh, Titan's mitts on Moldorm.
Yep. And a piece of heart on King Zora. So yeah, Thisy was 100% telling you, hey, go do Hera.
Yeah, Hera was the play.
Saltify is unfortunately going to leave an item behind because he doesn't have the lamp. And that lamp could have been another important item. Piece of heart on the floating island, meanwhile. Etienne checking out Desert Palace here. Gonna get the second sword.
Spiral Cave check now from Saltify.
So yeah, our touch runners both have the lamp at this point. They both have the hammer, they both have the glove. And they both have the moon pearl.
Only 3 bombs in Spiral Cave.
And they both have a sword as well.
Paradox Cave check now from Saltify. Ooh. Piece of heart and flippers in Paradox Cave in the lower parts. Let's see. Piece of heart. Piece of heart. Heart container.
What else we got? Single rupee and heart container. Nice, good finds.
Stacking up on those hearts, so that's... I guess that's nice to have the extra hearts in a seed like this, maybe. Okay, so Super Bunny Cave checking out Saltify as well. Heart container in the seed-shaped house for Pinky Rose. Ooh, hook shot in Super Bunny Cave.
Nice find for Saltify there.
Huge.
Our next second look at Hera here as well.
Got magic cape inside of chess game for Pinky Rose.
What we got here in Thieves Town, first chest is the key. We're seeing Hookshot Cave now as well. Shield there for Salty Fry.
Piece of hearts. And 10 arrows. And ETM is the first one to get a... Well, the second runner to have a crystal. He clears out the desert palace and gets 20 rupees.
I forget, we did see a medallion, right? Which one of our runners found that?
That was Illus. He got bombos.
Right.
So Illus taking care of Moldorm, and Pinky Rose goes into Pendant
Thieves Town.
Thieves Town.
Alright. Moldorm Falls. This will be the Titan's Vents for Illus. And with the lamp in hand, we'll be able to go downstairs and check what the other item is for us.
Oh yeah, Saltify couldn't check it because he didn't have any fire swords.
Indeed. Did we just see the hint there from PKR? I missed that.
A unique item requires a bomb.
Unique item requires a bomb. That could be anything.
Where did we find Hammer? Sarashala's closet?
Yeah, that would count. Oh, or would it? Because you can technically use the boost to get that one. I think for that hit, it has to be specifically something that it's a hard bomb lock.
Oh, yeah. ETM is picking up red mail.
Let's finding some bombs there. Looks like our tracker has been busy working those items up to date for you. I think that's everything correct? Not 100% sure.
I think Pinky Rose has a cape at least as well.
I missed that.
Going to get the hammer peg check now. And also turning in the Jeremiah, as we call him. Illus gets his flippers now. Inside the lower parts of Paradox Cave.
Oh, that's where those were. Okay.
It looks like PKR is going to full clear Thieves Town.
Yeah. Just checked the big chest. I actually was looking away and missed it.
Yeah, I missed it as well.
Meanwhile, Blacksmiths have a heart piece for us.
Yeah, nothing important that way.
Oh, actually, Pet is now truly dead. Bottle was in the big chest.
Oh, well. No Pet today.
Red Bomb is not dead just yet. Is it? No. Wait.
There's a unique item there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a unique item on Green Pendant.
Well, there's PKR getting the blind kill done. I can't think of anything that would be behind the super run that we need, wouldn't it? Wait, there is one. The flute.
Oh, that's true. 50
we don't have the flute. Quake required for Turtle Rock as well.
And there's Quake in K45.
Indeed.
I wouldn't rule out so that we don't need for loot, since there is actually a unique item in
Yeah.
Mr. on the green pendant, so I wouldn't rule it out right now.
Yeah. Titan's Mitts now for Etienne. Oh, that's right. We don't know where the bow is yet either, do we?
Nope, and
Bow
we
could
don't.
be on Pyramid Fairy. No, wait, no, it can't.
And we
5-6.
we don't
almost made
have
that
a
mistake.
rod. We don't have ice rod or fire rod, so it could be one of those.
So
Well,
There's
ice rod can't be on.
actually, I'm thinking about this. There's no sequence that puts both the bow and the ice rod on each of the unique item hits we've gotten.
Yeah.
So one of them is dead. The other one is very much alive. It just depends on what the order is.
So I guess maybe if we find the flute at least, well, Interesting. I've Salty Fry is our first runner heading inside the Swan Palace.
And yeah, Chad is pointing out that it might as well be the super one that's dead. I'd say that's a safe bet. Powder was our basement item. I was supposed to pick that up and I missed it.
So both Magic Bat and Mushroom had nothing for us.
You're heading over to desert, looks like.
Yep, she can full clear deserts.
There's the cape. That was at the chess game. That's why I missed it.
Etium is checking the True Rock medallion, and Il is heading into Thieves Town.
Alright, we're seeing some Swamp Palace action here as well from Salty Fry.
He's keeping out on left side right now, at least. See the back chest of Swamp here. Got map, and we have 3 bombs. So nothing on back here at least. Unless this chest got anything for us. Even more bombs.
And there's Master Sword for PKR. Bare minimum requirements to fight the pig, although a Temper Sword would be more ideal.
That cape doesn't give us anything on Bumper Ledge. We are only 10 arrows. Salty Fry is taking care of Argus. While Pinky Rose heads back to fight the Lamolas.
Alright.
Let's see what Argus got for us.
Ellis never picked up the powder? Really?
Yeah, I don't think he went back down in the basement.
That's...
20 rupees from...
I thought he did. My mistake.
20 rupees from Argus. Okay, so Stultify is heading back into... Swamp House, going to check that left side.
PKR actually using a Samaria block and the cape in order to whittle these Lamolas down fairly quickly. A double kill there to finish things off. Who's going to drop the item for PKR?
Nice.
It is the Lamolas there, and that is Desert cleared for PKR.
That was a nice fight, seeing some Mario strats and cape strats and Lamolas. ADM is going to be our next runner to head into Swamp Battles as well.
We'll see who else goes to join them. Meanwhile, PKR is going to be checking Agina. And Illis is checking Magic Bat through Fake Powder, which we know is technically illogical because the powder is in Hera, but doesn't have it. And if Illis does have it, it's underneath the mushroom icon right now. I don't think it overlaps. Or it pushes itself to the be visible. Nope, there's no Y prompt. Doesn't have the powder.
Yep, no powder. Okay, so let's see if the left side of Swamp House got anything for us.
Alright. You're finally using the shovel. Error pigs being checked by Illis. PKR is heading up to Death Mountain. This is what she needs to do.
First chest on left side of Swamp got 20 rupees.
And the
There's
vanilla
the
big key. Thanks, game, I guess.
Boy.
Purple chest being guarded by Illis here. We'll see what that has for us. We don't have a hint for that as well either.
Checking the items right now, the only one that can go into Ice Palace is Illis, because he got the Bombus medallion from Eastern Palace. And Illis picks up his Quake medallion, and there's the Ice Rod in the big chest of Swamp Palace.
Good find there for Salty Fry. I had to double take there for a moment. So we haven't seen Patent Pod, which I don't blame them. It's maybe Boots Bolock for all we know. Left side swamp is indeed required here today, folks. And you know what the ironic thing is? Of all four of our runners, I think Illis with the Bombus Medallion Eastern is the only one eligible to enter Ice Palace. And Ice Palace could have our Fire Rod. That is something we have to consider here as well. So question chat, is pod clear but all about bow? It can be potentially possible to get most of the dungeon done, but you're missing but there are 3 checks that are hard locked behind the bows if the key logic is good. If the key logic is bad, you're locked out as much as 1 check, all the way up to 1 chest you can check in Palace of Darkness.
Yeah. So, where do you go now? Did somebody do... Will somebody do that play with Pod, maybe?
I'm thinking it's, I'm I'm thinking it's Ice Palace.
The only one that can do Ice Pulse right now is Illis with that Bombus Medallion.
Indeed. People are staying away from Eastern because they don't have the bow. And it makes sense, but it may be a forced double dip scenario.
Yeah, it looks like it right now at least. And that Pinky Rose gets her Titan Smiths now.
Pierre is also the only one without the flippers, I think. Where were those again? Oh yeah, she hasn't been over to Paradise Cave.
Yeah, exactly. So she will get her hook shot and her flippers later on.
Oh, that's right. Illis has technically defeated Hera.
Let's see. Pinky Rose is going to get her magic powder. We got ETM is going to take care of Argus. And Neil's going for straight for Argus as well. Meanwhile, Saltify is going to probably go up to Catfish now and get his lamp.
And Pierre is picking up the powder.
Saltify is actually going for that play now. For the pod or Eastern.
Blood chests have just a map of the bombs. And Saltify is gonna check Palace of Darkness, as you just said. This could be important or it could be disastrous.
Yeah, it comes down to if he doesn't have a bottle and let's see, he doesn't. Let's see, is it bow locked?
Wait a minute, am I even does Illis have the Master Sword?
I need to check that again.
We'll see right here. That sword is blue. Yeah, that is Master Sword. How did I miss that?
Was Saltify got lucky here with Pod. Pod is not bow locked.
Well, to start, could still be but a lot to get. The keys could be set up in such a way that you can only check these first few chests after the first one.
Oh yeah, but it's not completely bow locked at least.
No. And that is Argus down. That is the... I actually lost count of how many crystals Illis has. Is that a second or a third?
I would say second, maybe third, if he's been inside of Desert Palace.
I know he wasn't in the desert, but I don't remember he beat Lamola's.
Ooh, Pinky Rose opening up to the rock right now.
Bold. Gonna get the hint, looks like. Oh, unique items in Skull Woods. What was that? Did we ever see that one?
I think we have had one runner inside. I think that was Pinky Rose. And I don't think we will have seen that unique item.
Oh, Illis left the ice rod behind. That's not good.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's going to hurt.
and PKR.
Yeah, Pinky Rose is continuing her turtle rock play.
And Illis is back in desert. And if Illis is back in desert, Illis must be at 2 crystals and did not finish the boss. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's what I was confused about. And it looks like PKR got locked out.
Saltify didn't find anything in pod and heads back. Oh, this is good for Saltify going into Eastern Palace now.
Yeah. This will give Saltify the Bombos Medallion. And there's the hookshot for her.
God, got our runners in like every different direction now in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, that
cave.
is. This is where the real charm randomizer comes from. Is just the amount of diversion you can have by watching one of these races. It's insane.
It's real fun to see their plays and all that.
Yeah.
Magic Bat from ETM now. He's going to get his 3 bombs.
Is he even going to use the powder? Oh, and PKR is going back into Turtle Rock. I see what she did. That was actually smart. If she's going to commit to going all the way to Mimic Brit Cave if she can, and then save and quit. She's not intending to go any further.
I like this play, I gotta say.
Yeah, she knows that if she saves and quit after getting locked, she's going to leave those items behind, so she went back to go get them. Very smart.
It looks like probably Saltify will be our first run into Ice Palace Nana when he picks up Bombos, depending on where Illis goes.
And Illis defeats the Lamolas up to 30 crystals now. Alright, so in order for PKR to go the full distance, she needs to have this chest here be the vanilla big key, and somewhere along the way there's a small key to get past the locked door and crystal roller room. If that scenario is there, Fire Rod can be all the way down at Laser Bridge. It is possible.
That would be fun.
It's possible, but rare. And it is in fact, a small key. PKR is, in fact, locked out. She cannot continue in the dungeon. The next door that she has to unlock is the big key door.
Probably check Mimic Cave when she's up here.
Illis gonna be checking some other locations here. Looks like maybe Ice Palace on their mind. It's definitely in Saltify's mind, though. Look at this.
Oh, here we
Making
go.
the play. And so is Illis. We've got a race here, folks.
Let's see what the first hint says in Ice Palace.
Joking.
Oh, the Dungus dislikes smoke, I guess.
They do in Zelda 1. That's actually a valid hint there, but not so much in Link to the Past. I don't even think Dodongos actually exist. We have Kodongos instead. Alright, PKR checking Mimic Cave. And in Mimic Cave is money.
So let's see, we got 2 runners inside this Ice Palace right now. Let's see if... well, Ice Palace must have an item right now.
Yeah, and PKR now with the flippers in tow is going to go into Swamp. So this is really the moment of truth for PKR. If she does not check left side Swamp for that big key, she's going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
And even if she gets the left side Swamp hint, she's not going to know the ice rod's in the big chest. She needs specifically a hint that tells her where the ice rod is. And I missed what the second hint was there just now.
Mr. Meyer was a map and something locked in the left side. Don't Mystery Meyer big key.
Misery Big Key is fire locked in Misery Mire. That's actually good information to have if we need to go there.
So far, your fire rod being the troll item could be real.
Could be, but it was not the way I thought it would be. I wanted it to be only required for GT, but we're not going to get that today.
There's a small key. Let's see what this shells have. A compass, so still nothing inside.
Yeah.
Starting to think we have cape. Nobody have done spike cape yet.
Could be an answer. I think the only one who was in a position to check was PKR. And fire rod on green pendants, people are suggesting, could be possible. Just walk away is the hidden ice 3. It's another joke hint. Oof. I think it's all the joke hints that can be possible.
I like that one, just to walk away. Thank you, game. I'm trying to play, but okay, just walk away. PKR is going for the left side of Swamp, actually.
Very nice. This will end up paying dividends for her.
Let's see if Cold Stare got an item, because we haven't found anything so far.
So we got 3 different runners, or 4 different runners in 3 different dungeons. Make sure to give them all a follow here if that you haven't done already. And also, our trackers have been going hard at work here. Here, Phantom Black Eyes and the Wee Dude, trying desperately to get back into a situation where they can resume their duties.
Yeah, big shout out to our trackers, doing a really good job.
Alright. Gonna see the Cold Stare fight now. And looking at the keys, I think Cold Stare might have a small key. I'm not 100% sure.
So where will this seed pull us? Like, where do this seed want us to go? Because we don't have many locations right now.
There's arrows and the green pendant for Etienne. I think it is Ice Palace. I'm not sure if they checked Ice Tea Room, as we call it.
I think Illus have done it. I'm not sure anymore.
I'm not sure, but there's PKR's Ice Rod.
Good find for PKR.
Alright. Cold Stare puffs are dying slowly.
So Defry doing a really good job with his hammer on Cold Stare. And Cold Stare is
Simultaneous
down on...
death. Cold Stare has
See?
the fire
Ooh.
rod. There it is.
That's huge.
So Cold Stare has the fire rod, And combined with the Ice Rod, that means Turtle Rock is full clearable. So it is looking to be a forced double dip Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
Bombos is required, which most likely means we have somewhat of a classic logic troll here, as I like to call it. The Foe's on Laser Bridge. I'm calling it now.
I'm going to be evil and say that the flute is on Laser Bridge, and that green pendant.
And
will
the unique
be
item
the
in in Misery Mire is the bow. The green pendant rather is the bow.
Yep.
I like the way you think. It's evil, but I like the way you think.
Or like there is a unique item inside Skull Woods where Saltify is going right now.
Yeah.
But I still like the idea of the green pendant.
Yes, folks, we do know from a fact that there's a unique item on the green pendant. We got that hint actually at Eastern Palace. So the only one who actually knows it are the people who went to Eastern Palace. There's the crystal for PKR. Vermcoat versus Argus.
The unique item in here might be flute inside of Skull Woods.
Or it could be the bow. Or it could be the bug net. Odd Boffula.
Well, the bug net is on Desert Ledge.
Oh, we already saw that?
Yeah.
I didn't see anyone pick it up.
I don't think nobody wanted it, unfortunately.
It could also just be Ether, the one medallion we potentially only need for Misery Mire.
Well, that would be fun.
PKR is heading over to Pod now.
So we'll probably mirror out, get her Bombos in Eastern. There we go, Mothula fight for Saltify.
Alright, the Moth is kind of an annoying fight. Immune to those spikes on the surrounding the arena. Down it goes, though.
Let's see.
And Saltify's prize is the Compass! It is not, in fact, on Mothula. It's probably on the chest behind Mothula.
Well, we still needed that crystal, so...
Yeah. Trying to think, what did we find in Skull Woods that was an item? I don't think we found anything.
Nope.
We know there's a unique item here, according to one of our hints.
Well, let's see. Because it had to be in this chest.
And in this chest is the bow!
We are in go mode.
Yeah, that's go mode. Saltify in go mode at 5820. That was literally the last item we were missing.
So I still wonder what the green pendant has.
Well, if we think about what we're missing, probably the blue cane. And the unique item...
Ether.
Could be also Ether. And the unique item is Pyramid Fairy is probably the flute, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't the spoiler log tournament. I don't exactly have the log to read. PKR doing a camera break here with the bottle she picked up.
Yeah, she and EDM is the only one with the bottle right now.
So they're probably going back into Eastern Palace.
But for Illus, he still needs that Ice Rod. And Quake, I think. I don't think he got the Quake medallion yet.
And just to clarify, folks, I'm thinking Flute is on the unique item at the Pyramid Fairy that we know about, not behind Green Pendant. And Illis now with the Quake Medallion.
Illis is going to do a pet check now.
Oh, wait. Did Illis just leave the bow behind? No. Okay, he has it.
No. Okay, so
Maybe
you got both.
maybe a minor heart
bow
attack
and-
there. Just a minor one.
Don't scare me like that. Okay, where are you going now, Illis? Okay, he's going to turn in the mushroom.
I missed him picking it up. That's the only reason I said that. It's hard to keep track of 4 runners, folks. It really is. Yeah, Illis is down in go mode here, folks. Needs to get the ice rod out of left side swamp, and he left it behind. So, if nothing else, that will be a last location for him. Meanwhile, Salty Fry getting the crystal out of Eastern Palace.
Yeah.
And PKR is about to enter Eastern Palace and get the Bombos Medallion, which will put her on the right path.
So, for Saltify only got one. Well, they didn't. Saltify didn't clear out Desert yet, apparently. Oh no, he. Oh, never mind. He doesn't have. He didn't have a fire source before he got the fire rod.
And there's a hint in Dark Palace. Specialist chest hint, which we know is nothing.
Looks like Illis is going for Pod / Easter now.
What was in the specialist chest again?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
It can't be anything important, so.
Ah, it was a heart piece. That's right.
Illis taking Kiki to.
So, folks, how this seed went, for those who are just tuning in, the boat is in Skull Woods, locked behind the fire rod, which is on Cold Stare, which means you need the Bombos Medallion from here in Eastern Palace. And I think PKR has already picked it up. I forget where exactly the Bombos Medallion was.
It's on the big key chest.
No?
So,
That's funny. Oh, you mean in the back. Okay, yeah. Derp.
So for Saltify, this means that he can just go mode Turok later on. And with the key locations in Turok, this is going to be pretty fast for Saltify.
And there's Bombos Medallion. PKR should know by now what that means.
She's going to be, yay, I need to double dip Easter Palace.
Also, PKR knows to go to Ice. We still haven't found a third sword yet, I believe.
Nope, no third sword. Oh, I think Illis is going to go for Big Bomb later on. Oh, he can't, by the way. I'm stupid.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
he's lucky,
Turok.
but he might think if he finds the flute, he's in big trouble. Because the flute will lead him on a red herring for the ice rod. Because he might think Green Pendant has it. We know it's in the big chest of swamp.
Yep.
Alright, so that's another boss down for Illis. Eastern Palace clear. That's all the Light World dungeons.
And Saltify is going up to Turtle Rock now, his final dungeon.
Yep. It'll almost be time for that thing we like to do, but we're going to hold off just a little bit, folks, in explaining what that is. If you haven't been here before, trust me, it's a little bit of fun.
Okay, so Illus cleared out Eastern Palace and is going into Pod. ETM is going to pick up his Bombos, and Pinky Rose is inside the correct dungeon for her, at least. Going to get her Fire Rod from Corsair. Not going to be fun to... Not going to be fun for the ones that skipped out Ice Rod for Illus. That is like you said, Wolflink, that's going to be last location for Illus right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be unfortunate, but hopefully he doesn't, like I said, find the Ice Rod, or the Flute rather, and think the Ice Rod's on Green Pendant, because that would be a huge waste of time. You know it can't be a Pyramid Fairy. That one is dead to him.
We got lucky today that the Turtle Rock is the last red crystal today.
Yeah. So when he raised Legends of finding Ice Rod, probably, I would say none. He would just be like, "Oh, I did this to myself." Well, because skipping left side swap is a runner preference.
That is, like, you can't do much. Like, if you need to take a gamble.
Yeah. And going left side swamp was a risk, or ignoring it rather. And unfortunately, sometimes it pays out, but today it did not. It's usually only 2 items. In this case, it was 2 items plus the big chest. But the big chest has your important thing. And the worst part is, the hint that maybe tell him where the Ice Rod is may not even exist in this item pool. We only have a few hints left. The hints we haven't seen yet are up in Aga Tower. We haven't seen the one in Misery Mire, which I don't think we're going to be seeing at all. And we haven't seen the one that's at the underneath the rock over in that little nook where the Ice Rod is, except, you know, it's in the Dark World.
I always forget about that location, to be honest.
Yeah, I just call it Dark Ice Rod, because while it's not the same exact entrance, it's in that same area.
So how was it now? The key location in Turtle Rock makes it very... He doesn't need to pick up any more keys, right? Saltify. Only the one on Laser Ridge, right?
No, he has to go get... Yeah, he has to get the one Laser Bridge. He can skip this if he wanted to. Because it's a key for a key, so... Doesn't really matter. Laser Bridge has to have a key.
Yeah, and he's in go mode, so he doesn't need any more items.
I also like the Neon Bunny sprite for being in, for this sprite. It's actually kind of well done.
PKR is clearing out her Ice Palace, and ETM just arrived in Ice Palace.
Yep, this is where they need to go. Both of them getting kind of burned by the Eastern, the Force Double Defeating Eastern.
Is Illus going? I think Illus going for Turtle Rock now.
Yeah. To PKR and ETM's credit, though, going into Eastern without the bow, with as much as they could have had, that's something I would do. Because I'm going to be looking for that bow first, and just, you know, go into full clear mode.
Yeah, you don't want to go into Eastern if it's a crystal dungeon without the bow.
Yeah. So the seed kind of played into your, kind of plays into that mentality. Or plays against it, rather.
I mean, if it was a pendant dungeon, I wouldn't care. But when it's a crystal, you don't want to double dip Eastern.
Yeah, even if you did have the boost to make it a fast check. It's
Well,
also lamp locked. There's a fire rod for PKR.
So she will probably go to Skullwoods and get her bow.
And that is Ice Palace done as well for her.
Well, oh no. No, there's the flute on Laser Bridge, and Illus goes into Turok.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That's terrible. That is the worst thing that Illis is going to find later. We have it on Salty Fry's end. Illis has yet to find it.
This is bad.
This is really bad for Illis. If he goes to try to say, okay, Ice Rod is on the green pendant, this is going to be a massive bait. He's going to lose maybe 10 minutes to falling for that green pendant hit. And to his credit, he does not know. For all he knows, that could have been the Ice Rod, but we know on the outside that the Ice Rod is just sitting in the big chest of Swamp.
Yeah.
If no one had checked that, for all we know, that could have been the right play. Illis now with a fire shield as well.
Oof, Soldier Fry. Be careful.
One hit from Trinex's second form here, and I think he is dead. Nice double spin. One hammer hit. Two more left to finish off Trinex in this form.
Oof.
That's hit the center orb now. Careful.
There we go.
Nice dancing. Well executed there from Salty Fry. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a game we like to play, and you don't have much time to play it. Would you care to explain it as I get it started here in chat?
Yeah,
Oh.
so...
Actually, wait, no. That's the tournament thing. Never mind. Just guess for fun, folks.
So where do you think Big Key will be?
Well, first and foremost, we have to still explain it. There are
Okay.
22 chests in Gan's Tower, folks. One of them has the big key. Give us a number in chat where you think it's going to be. As far as I think it's going to be, Torch. I know what's going on the Torch today.
I always say a random room, the lower left side of random room today.
I want it to be one Torch Dark Magician strat at routing. There's the Moth down for PKR as well.
I mean, I can't go and say title room this time around as well, so I had to spice it up a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I almost forgot that, hey, the game is reserved for official tournaments. Or at least the official game is.
Chest number 1, 300 rupees. Second is a key.
And we're seeing a right side play from Salty Fry. And going through Tower Room here. Normally, Tower Room would be checked last. Because it's literally the slowest check. You're better off just going to check Compass Room if you're going full right. And then coming back to this one later.
Yeah.
Usually it's last. Some people have checked it otherwise.
Here's a chest
The
number
chest
3.
Money. 4. Compass.
Compass.
5 more money.
More money.
6 is the big key. Wow, that's actually my usual chest.
Wow.
And PKR most likely has the bow here. Gonna be heading over. Isn't now in go mode herself. Second runner to be in go mode. So Salty Fry sends the tower.
And ETM picks up his fire rod from Cold Stare. So Salty Fry, I gotta say, Salty Fry did really good routing this seed around. And Illis is heading to...
And there's some rage slashing going on, I think.
Yep, he's heading to Laser Bridge, guys.
Alright, slowly right through the combat room. And unfortunately, one of these 4 chests, I forget if we already picked it up or not. There it is.
Go.
That's what you didn't want to see, Illis, unfortunately, for you. So yeah, folks, Illis is going to take the ice rod bait, or the flute bait, and run with it. Meanwhile, here come the Armos Knights. And just as quickly as they appear, so too they disappear, as PKR just absolutely destroys them with the silver arrows.
That was a very quick fight.
And yeah, for just anyone else now tuning in, Fire Rod was on Cold Stare, Bombos Downey was in Eastern, and Fire Rod blocked the bow in Skullwoods.
And if you wonder why Illis doesn't have the ice rod, it's in the big chest of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Illis is getting the third online, because we did get a hint in Eastern Palace that said the ice rod, or a unique item, was on the green pendant. Illis is thinking it's the ice rod. We know otherwise.
Well, to be fair, we will see what the unique item is, if we're going to see it in one way.
Indeed. Salty Fry now getting up to the final floor.
Yeah, Salty Fry have done this very quick.
And Illis is checking the surrounding area as well, just to make sure that the ice rod's not stray. There's the Tempered Sword, though, so we know where our third sword is.
That's nice. That is one location to put a sword in.
So they're probably finding Molder 2 right now. And I've just now looked at the clock. Jeez, he's put on a pretty strong time here. This might be... It's not going to be sub 120. This Master Sword Ganon takes way too long. And it was in fact Bombos to enter Misery Mire this whole time.
Brutal. Oh man, that unique item could be the Ether Medallion now.
Oh, yes, it could be.
Well, I get 2 for Salty Fry.
Yep. How do you like your angles?
Oh.
That's essentially what this boss fight is.
Yep.
Nice double there. Another double there, so it's 1-2-2-1, it looks like. Yep.
I guess
now
that.
I get 2 down, it is now time to fight the big. Now, thankfully, Illis does know where the big key is, hopefully, because we did get a hint that said it's on left side. I admire. We just don't know if it's cutscene chest or on the compass chest. But it is fire locked all the same. And as someone's question had, yes, Bo was in Skullwoods, locked in the chest before Moldorm. Or, not Moldorm. Yeah, my boss makes a Mofula.
The big key is in the cutscene chest. Vanilla big key in Mire.
Oof. Never good time that.
Ooh, salty fry. You need to be careful.
Actually, now that I think about it, Illis has defeated Skullwoods, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Yeah. PKR now at Laser Bridge. Illis Salty Fry rather has to be extremely careful. Nope, there down goes Salty Fry. No safeties to be had. Could use the cape there. And there's Etienne now with the Eastern Palace Crystal. PKR now with the flute as well. And heading off to fight Cold Stare. Meanwhile, Versity and Salty Fry doing some spins here. This is actually a really good position if he actually got to the phase 2.
ETM is heading up to Turok right now.
Alias is going to fight Cold Stare in the meanwhile. Or, I said Cold Stare, it's Vitreous. I'm getting all my boxes mixed up today, jeez.
Yeah, I was going to say something earlier when you said it. I was like, yeah, that's... We can have Cold Stare.
I do it all the time, I admit. I am terrible with the names of this game sometimes.
We're playing Randomizer just for Meyer. Salty Fry, you need to be careful again.
He's through the worst of the fight now. Now just do against Heller. Meanwhile, PKR is about to finish off Trinex.
Some very aggressive slashes on Trinex. Oh my god, all these warps.
Alright, down goes Trinex. PKR now eligible to enter Turtle Rock. Illis is about to fight Vitreous, and this will be a fast fight as well. Silver Arrows are locked behind him in the vanilla game for a reason, you know?
There's a torch glitch as well.
Alright, torch glitch is good. Illis getting a spin.
And
a double. Ladies and gentlemen, get your G's in chat for Salty Fry, the winner of the restream, but is he the winner of the race? You're about to find out in just a few moments. Meanwhile, Illis getting the green pen out of Misery Mire. We'll see what that turned into. And ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that Salty Fry is first on the restream and first place overall with an official SRO time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 56 seconds. Whew! What a seed! What a seed!
Amazing job from Salty.
And
we are joined by Salty Fry.
Get your GG's once again. Wow, so just to give you an idea how close this race was, you and Illis were pretty much neck and neck with one major difference. Illis did not do left side swamp.
Oh, and really? Yeah.
Fact, he is turning in the green pendant as we speak to get the Ether Medallion.
For his unique item. Oh, jeez, that's rough. Yeah, but when I went to Swamp, I kind of felt like I had to full clear it at that point in time because I was there so early, right? Like, I kind of felt like I just had to do the whole thing at that point in time. And it's kind of weird. Like, for kind of gave me the exact same feeling. Like, I'm going all the way through it and I get absolutely nothing until the very last chest. And, like, the whole time I'm going through, I'm like, oh, well, this play was a big bust. This play was a big bust. And then I finally get to the very end and I'm like, oh, Ice Rod. Well, that's pretty sweet. And then even more so in Ice there, because by the time I got going through all the way through that, it was like, well, now I'm feeling like maybe everyone else could be go-moding this, and this could be completely useless. And then you see that Fire Rod drop from Colster, like, oh wow, that's pretty sweet. Because even before I got the Fire Rod, I kind of had, well, even before Bombos, I guess I had this feeling that the bow was going to be in Turtle Rock, so all I needed to do was find the Fire Rod, and then I'm basically kind of in pseudo-go mode. I ended up finding the bow in Skull Woods instead, but I thought it was going to be in Turtle Rocks. That just kind of seems to be where it always is, right?
Yeah, it seems to always be at least somewhere in Turtle Rock.
Now, to Illis's credit, He did at least find the Tempered Sword. That was in Checkerboard Cave. We never found the 4th one.
Yeah, it was obviously never going to come anywhere near that one, I guess, since I got the flute well after it was even useful.
And yeah, you were even on Blue Mail, which made that Ganon death, unfortunately, pretty painful, but...
Well, I could have
Barely-
picked. I could have fake powdered when I was in Ganon's tower, but like I figured if I was gonna die, it was gonna be on Ganon. And honestly, Ganon is not the worst death in the world because you respawn right there, right? So relative to like every other place you could die, like if dying to Coal Stare, dying to Vitreous, those things are absolutely crushing because they cost you 3-4 minutes at least. Like dying to Ganon, like you're right back in there literally. So it's not the end of the world. So like I knew if I was gonna die, it was gonna be on Ganon, and I'd be right back in there in that situation.
So... We just saw the other unique items now. Powder was in the basement of Hera. Cane of Burna and the Mirror Shield, even though that's not a unique item, were on left side GT. I can't think of what... We saw the cane over the Desert Ledge, so I can't fathom what the unique item was that was at Pyramid Fairy.
Not me either.
I think it had to
Red
be the Red
Boomerang?
Boomerang, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if those are
Yeah.
unique, though.
I guess it was kind of crazy the way it played out for me. I'm guessing the lamp was over in Evestown, most likely. Like I kind of had a feel, or what, the front of Skull Woods.
Actually, the lamp was being held by a grumpy fish.
Oh, well, okay. I was never gonna get that. I just kind of assumed it would be over like in Thievestown or something like that. And obviously, like I kind of keep in mind where it is only because I didn't have the fire rod, so it could have been required at some point in time. But like when I start doing dark rooms, it's kind of generally just whatever. I just keep it in mind just in case in this situation, since I didn't have the fire rod, because I'm like I might have to go find that somewhere in order to say find the fire rod in Hera basement or some crap like that. That would be really dumb.
Yeah, I think based on everything we know the single arrow was in the woods. We know where everything else was. We knew. I think it had to be the Red Boomerang. I'm not sure if that's a unique item in the pool, but yeah, I think unique item on Pyramid Fairy was, in fact, the Red Boomerang.
Or it could probably be one of the green rupees. Maybe, I don't know. I lost track.
No, it can't be green rupees. None of the cash is unique. Even the 100 rupee stash is not unique.
Oh, well then. So it is going to be, I guess it is going to Swamp Palace now. Or Spy Cave. So Zolta Fry, how do you feel otherwise about the seed?
I mean, in the end, it played out about as good as it really could have played out, I guess. I mean, I skipped Thieves Town. I mean, the only pendant dungeon I went into was Pod, and that didn't cost me too much time in the end. So, I mean, it played out pretty damn good, I think, in the end. I mean, I don't know what I could have done a whole lot different that would have made it much better, other than maybe not going into Pod. But I have this thing where if it comes down to a choice where I got the choice between Pendant Pod and Pendant Thieves Town, I always choose Pendant Pod because I know everyone else is going to choose Pendant Thieves Town. So I just gamble on Pod and hope that like something's there, and I figure I'll be way ahead if that's the case. Well, it didn't happen this time. It directed me in the right direction to go to Eastern and get the Bombos medallion. So that kind of worked out well that way.
Yeah, and PKR is now sending the gauntlet. Etienne finishing up Turtle Rock. Illis is checking the Hera basement for getting his powder finally. I can't help but feel bad for Illis. This race could have been so close between you two, but it just that one decision for Illis not to check left side swamp.
I've been there in that situation. There's a lot of situations where I would do that, but this one here, it was just so early that I was in there, and just kind of felt like it was the right time to just full clear it at this point in time. Especially with like Thieves Town being a pendant, I didn't really want to go in there if I didn't have to, so I was going to try to find something elsewhere. Like, actually, when I was running around in Eastern as well, I was getting ready. I'm like, all right, I guess now's the time after this. I'm going to have to go over to Thieves Town and Skullwoods and finally do that stuff over there. And then I
Yeah.
found the Bombos Medallion, and I'm like, okay, well, change of plans. We're going to Ice now.
So, Illis, when checking Mr. Ray, did not check the hint. So, as far as we know, unless the hint is... If there's a hint for the Ice Rod, it is extremely out of the way. It's either at Aga Tower, it's at the Dark Shopping Mall, or I just like calling it Dark Ice Rod, because it's not technically an entrance in Seed. Or it's in that Meyer cutscene location that he didn't check. Gold Sword, there's our fourth one. It was in the Spike Cave. That sword was admittedly kind of free considering where the cape was. Actually, no, it wasn't. Never mind. Well, at least we know where that one was.
Yeah, we got all the sword locations for the seed.
Yeah, once you abandon a location like that, it's almost certain that that's going to be the last place you go back to.
And PKR is taking down Trollworm, is going to head to Agatu.
Yep. Ellis is going to check the Ice Rod cave here. We know that's nothing.
And ETM found the big key, went straight for the right side, and is now climbing up the tower.
So, I've double-checked the how the hint system works. It turns out a unique item can be considered the red boomerang. So, that is given what we know, and everything else on this list has been confirmed on my end. Red boomerang is at Pyramid Fairy, so we know where that is. That's the only unique item left that we haven't seen yet. And Ellis is finally going to swamp as PKR is about to fight the pig.
Illis is heading into Swamp House. He's going to find his Ice Rod now, so he's going to be able to clear out Turtle Rock now.
Well, GTCU Salty, you're actually standing on top. Oh, actually, no, never mind. Someone did finish a couple minutes ago, actually. Courage in second place with a time of 1:29.34. You had about a 7-minute lead.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it went that well, to be honest with you. I mean, it felt like it went pretty good, but it certainly didn't feel like it went that well.
Yeah, well done on your part. Very well executed race. Just everything ended up in your favor.
Yeah, like that's it. It's like I said, like once seemed like every place I went, like ended up kind of being the right place. I just waited until the last chest to let me know, so it kind of made me stress out about all my plays, or they felt like they were the wrong ones until the very, very end of each one.
I gotta say it, you had really good routing, and your GT execution, going up GT was just insane. You went really fast, Salty.
Thanks. Lamola's was obviously a little iffy, but that's one of those fights where to anyone, anything bad just out of nowhere, and it's kind of horrible from time to time.
Yeah. Well, I have nothing more to ask you, so any final thoughts about the seed?
No, was fun. Would run again. Let's get more boots locations like this one. I don't know if that was placed intentionally or not, but I'm all for placing them there every game. I'm 100% for that.
Yeah, that was actually a really good boots location. I'm not gonna lie, just having them early. Actually, now I think about it, that's something else that Illis knew. Illis was the only one not to go start with Link's house, so he ended up not having the boots for the first like 5 minutes.
I mean, that really played out really well, at least at the start, because you get the boots, and you can go check Bonk Rocks on your way over to Kakariko. You get the glove, and like, all right, let's turn around, let's go back over and check Graveyard, or the tomb right now, and you get a nice little sword and some bombs in there.
If I may interrupt you for a moment here, get your GG in chat for PKR, second on the restream, 4th place overall with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 34 minutes, 42 seconds. Yoshi coming in 3rd with a time of 1:33.21. What a race! What a race!
This has been something. This has been a good and interesting seed.
And there's the big key now for Illis's Etienne.
Ooh.
Oh no, Etienne!
Ouch.
Please tell me you at least did not kill the mini Moldorm yet. Okay, they're still alive. He gave me a minor heart attack there again. Jeez, what is my brothers giving me heart attacks these last few days? And we are now joined by PKR. GG's to you.
Well, that was fun. I got boots. It was a hammer for Dark World access. It's everything I could ever hope for.
Yeah, the only thing that tripped you up, I think, was Eastern. Really, that's about it.
I almost did everything before Eastern. I had Smith Loop, Zora area, and a couple of things I left on Death Mountain, and that was about it.
At least the Ice Rod didn't trip you up. That actually got Illis. He ended up last locating it. He did find our other swords for... He did find our other swords for us, though. One was at Checkerboard, behind the flute. The other one was in Spike Cave.
Okay, that's where the swords ended up. Conveniently didn't skip them. I kind of did, because I didn't really want to go into Turtle Rock. I just wanted to do a quick dip, but it gave me another key, and it's just like, no, I don't want to do it, though.
And we've also determined where all the unique items are. Ether was what Illis thought was the Ice Rod, but in fact it was the Ether Medallion, so the other cool item. And by process of elimination, based on every other unique item we found, red boomerangs on the pyramid.
Yep. I was down to just those two uniques as well, so it's just like, okay, I guess it's gonna be one or the other. The moment I saw that flute on Laser Bridge, I'm just like, somebody is going to have skipped Ice Rod, and they are going on a wild ride.
Yep, and it ended up being Illis for us on the restream. But how did you think the scene overall?
I mean, it gave me boots and Link's house. How do you think I thought of the scene? I thought it was fun.
And you know what's even funnier? I never mentioned this yet, but the Desert Palace, saying the boots are in your house, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, why does the boots... It likes to end up in that one room in Desert Palace. It's like, hey, you want to get the big key on the torch? Go here! I mean, okay, so the god play here was to go into an early Eastern Palace dive after getting the hammer from Sahasrahla, which would get you the Bombos Medallion, which would set you on the path to victory.
Not to mention going up to Hera to get the Titan's Mitts from fighting Trolldorm.
Yeah, I suppose I could have avoided going to... It was weird, though, because, I mean, I got the mirror from Kakariko, because I went to Kakariko super late, and I'm just like, well, I'm right here, I might as well do a pen check and go into the Dark World. Unfortunately, there was just, like, nothing in that area. The only thing you really needed to find was the Quake in Cave 45, and you were good? Makes you wonder. I know Salty basically got routed, but what was his go mode?
His go mode was bow.
Okay.
Yeah, he already had the Ice Rod, and we ended up piecing together that the Fire Rod had to be like an Ice Palace or something. Like that. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this. You guys, if you guys did not go do Left Side Swamp, you would have been baited pretty hard because, given Ether was behind the green pendant,
I read all the
Bombos was required for Meyer. So,
what were you gonna say, Salty?
I was just going to say, basically what I ended up doing was I ended up going to Pod after Swamp and found nothing there, and then I just mirrored into Eastern and found the Bombos Medallion at that point in time. That's kind of how it worked out nicely for me. Never ended up going into Thieves Town, so it all kind of played out nicely in the end that way.
Yeah, I actually did the same thing, except I had already been to Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts and all sorts of other stuff before I got around to that.
Yeah, I just skipped Thieves Town and I skipped the first dip into Skullwoods until I had the Fire Rod, so those were the things that worked out nice. And I went up the mountain nice and early, I think, possibly before other people. I went up there without the lamp, never found the lamp, although I hear it's on Catfish, which is a place I was probably never going to find it anyway, so that is what...
I started off my Dark World adventures by going to Hype Cave and running up to Pyramid Ledge and Catfish.
Oh, boy.
I went from Hype Cave over to the Bombos Medallion into the desert to find nothing there, which didn't really work out, but it...
What is with brothers giving me heart attacks? Get your GG Shepard Etium. He used the last of his magic to finish off Ganon.
GG Sedium.
Oh,
Third on the
See?
restream. And
I had-
8th place overall with a time of 1 hour, 40 minutes, 15 seconds.
I hadn't actually been to Kakariko yet by the time I had been up to Catfish, so didn't quite have the mirror or the book just yet.
Those who came before Etium, Sheer in 5th with 135.29, Makan in 6th with 138.04, Goomba in 7th with 138.37.
Yeah,
That didn't cost me 3rd place. Tear.
Pinky Rose. Yeah, I liked your early routing when you went up to Death Mountain first, and then you did all that. You went up to Catfish before even touching Kakariko. I like that a lot.
It was dumb. I had fun with it. It's like, there's a good chance this isn't really going to work out at all. It didn't. It got me the lamp. Ooh. For all those dark rooms that I need to do when pod is completely unnecessary.
It's kind of tempting when you get those boots and the glove right there, and there's a sword right next to it as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, we can kind of go wherever we feel like right off the bat, right? So why not try something crazy at that?
Look at that, Pegasus boots, 4 seconds. That's how it should be every time.
And we'll be seeing Etium in here in a little bit. As a matter of fact, there is Etium now. Jits your GG's and chat for him
GG.
once again. How was the seat to you, Etium?
That was, I felt like I pretty much god routed for the first 45 minutes or so, and then I basically last location Bombos.
Yeah, both you and PKR did, to an extent.
Almost
And in your defense, who wants to go double dipping into Crystal Eastern? You want the bow for that, but nope. Bow was locked behind it, behind the Bombos, which was in there.
By the way, naturally the fire rod was on Cold Stare instead of anywhere else in Ice Palace, so I could skip the rest of Ice Palace because I was definitely going to do that. But
Yeah.
no, it had to be on the boss. Ugh.
Yeah, the fire rod was kind of the troll item in this seed to a degree, which ironically I predicted, but not in that way. I thought it was going to be fire rod required just for right side GT sort of seed.
I'm just glad there was a compass in the first couple chests of swamp, so I didn't have to even consider skipping offside.
Yeah.
He was trying to show you the way, not to the boss, but to the one thing you really don't want to miss this seed, because you will do literally everything else before coming back.
And yeah, actually, PKR and Etium, you two were the only one to actually get the red mail. Everyone else ended with blue.
I don't even remember where they were. Oh, there was one in Spec Rock, I think.
Yeah, and then the other one was just somewhere. I guess people skipped the Spec Rockets? Question mark?
Yeah, I went in Spec Rock, saw the mail there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going all the way to the hint to get that. So I just kept on going. Since I didn't have the hook shot at that point in time, I usually just check it out and I'll go get it if it's something useful. I don't bother going around for the hint in that situation since I'm still going up the mountain there. If I can save and quit out of there, I'll go in, but this wasn't a situation where I was going to be.
I got it early because I got the gloves from Bonk Rocks, and I'm just like, hey, might as well check Lumberjack Ledge, and while I'm in the area, let's go up that mountain.
Yeah, the only item we didn't see, actually, was the 4th bottle. We knew the 3rd one was on Pyramid Fair. Or not Pyramid Fair, on the pedestal. Pyramid Fair had the red boomerang.
That's
I know
amazing.
that
I
one
managed to
guy.
avoid them all.
The one was in Thieves Town Big Chest.
Yeah, I full cleared Thieves Town.
Same. My map is not very green. I'm at least happy I managed to avoid the useless sore area.
I
'Cause
full
it didn't have
cleared
any
Pod
swords.
as well. Pod was the Palace of Big 20s today.
Sure was. It's just like, you have a big 20, and you have a big 20, and here's 3 bombs. Go nuts, I guess.
when I went into pod, I kind of forgot that I didn't have any bottles. 'Cause I'm just so used to having a bottle by that point in time, because I was kind of just expecting to be able to kind of full clear everything other than the boss when I went in there. And then I kind of realized, I'm like, oh wait, I'm kind of limited to what I could do. But at the same time, all I needed was the fire rod and bow. Starting to do bow lock locations in that situation isn't necessarily the best idea either. It can be just a big waste of time, which obviously would have been in this situation.
Yeah, I was talking to Chad about that. It's just like, so part of the back of pod is locked, so this is probably a very bad idea, but we're gonna keep going anyways, like a dum-dum.
Yeah. And the swords, as I've told PKR and Salty Fry, those we found, Illis found them. One of them was behind the flute. The other one was behind the cave in Spike Cave. Not exactly easy location to get to.
What happened to Illis?
He was the only one of the featured 4 to not do left side swamp.
Ouch.
And as a
Yeah,
result, last
that'll-
location of the ice rod. He thought it was on Green Pendant.
Yep. With that flute on Laser Bridge, I took one look at that. It's just like, somebody's going for Mr. Bones' wild ride.
So there were unique items on Green Pendant and Pyramid Fairy. What were those?
Ether was on Green Pendant, and by process of elimination, based on all the other unique items we found, Red Boomerang was on Pyramid Fairy.
It's good
Nothing
stuff.
important.
Oh, can we have more scenes like this, please?
Yeah.
We should just have a mode where you automatically start with boots in Link's house.
Yes!
I was thinking that the other day, just to have like fast travel unlocked for the seed. Just in general.
Boots kind of powerful. I don't know, but definitely at least boots, because the overworld is designed for you to run. You gotta go fast, you know? That's why it's on all the hint text whenever you read it. You gotta go fast!
Well, when I say fast travel, I mean boots and the flute. Just have everything in terms of overall mobility available to you.
Why not just start in go mode while you're at it?
Hey, I can. I mean, it's only an idea. I'm doubt the devs will do that. And if they do, I'll be legitimately surprised. Anyway, Illis is about to fight Ganon. Gold Sword, gonna make this pretty short work.
Oh my god, my Master Sword Ganon was so bad. It's a good thing I did have Red Mail.
Salty
Like,
died,
okay.
by the way. I forgot to mention that. Salty did die on Ganon, and still won this race by a large amount.
I was a little
Well,
too
I mean-
cocky. I was a little too cocky for my own good because I had the cape and I just didn't bother using it.
I mean, I didn't either, but that's because Ganon decided he wanted to park himself in the upper left-hand corner for me during Phase 2. I could have used it anyways, gotten more spins off. Whatever. I thought about doing some Mario strats for the restream, but I still suck at those.
And actually, I forget which one of you did it, but there was a double kill on the Lamolas. You just hit both of them at the same time.
That was me with the cape.
Can you
It's
use
like,
Samaria as well, right?
Yeah, I parked Samaria where the second one would spawn, and then I just kind of slashed and spinned at them all day. And then the two of them spawned right next to each other for the last wave, and I got a spin attack off because cape means my attack wasn't going to be interrupted. It's a fun time, you know, just use a little bit of everything when you don't have the usual standards.
And oh, Illis missing a shot there. Cages Ganon before mid teleport, and there we go. Get the GG in the chat for Illis.
Poor Illis. Oh.
The only one of the feature 4 to skip left side swamp, and today it kind of got him. But Illis has finished in 15th place with an official SRL time of 1:48.842. Those who came before, Raylan Tankier, 9th place with a time of 1:41.11, a PB. Humbug in 10th, 1:43.42. He's just a boy, 1:44.41. S Diesel with a 1:44.42 getting sniped. I didn't even see that when I was reading these. Gravis 10 and 13th with 1:45.47, and Relkin in 14th with a time of 1:47.32.
Everybody, please take a moment and Bible thumb for Illis. He's had some bad luck on the restreams lately every time I tune in. Poor guy.
Indeed. So we'll see about getting Illis in here for an interview. If he even wants to chat about it.
Oh, I see.
There he is. Illis, well played on your
GG.
part. GG's. Thanks for showing us what the swords are at the very least. And the Ether Medallion.
Yeah.
But that
no
ice rod,
problem.
that one tripped you up.
Yeah, I figured that when Certify finished, I figured that I left something behind somewhere, but at that point it wasn't too clear where it was, so I just full cleared anyway, right?
Yeah. And I also want to point out something here, just a minor thing. Of all the 4 restreams, we saw 3 people go to start at Link's house. You were the only one to not start at Link's house, so just a few minutes late getting those boots. Just a few minutes.
Oh no. And by contrast, also the gloves, which leads to other problems.
Well, not having the gloves first was actually a blessing in disguise because I dipped Eastern Palace. And
Yeah,
it was a
he was the
required
first
double
one to
dip.
get bombos.
Okay.
And
So,
actually, by virtue of that, he was also you and Salty were actually the first 2 runners in Ice Palace right next to each other. The
Yeah.
difference, though, was Salty had the Ice Rod at the time as well. So once you guys both got your bows from Go Woods, he was in Go mode, and you were, unfortunately, in Last Location mode with that Ice Rod.
Making my team proud.
Illis, no. The 3 streams seems to be cursed for you lately.
Yeah, recently I have some really bad luck. Like sometimes I just play it like that I just clear everything and skip exactly one location, and then in that one location, of course, there was progression. And I don't know. It's I've had some bad luck recently, but I don't feel too bad about my playstyle. Like I figured that Swamp would probably have nothing, or probably have nothing, and I needed to make up some time for those boots and those gloves that I missed. So it was a calculated risk, and it didn't pay off. That happens, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to gamble, and you did gamble, but at least you were the first one with bombos, and you, like Wolfling told me, like they said, you showed us all the sword locations.
Yeah, and thanks to you, we also managed to piece together what that last unique item hit we had was. Fear Fairy has that red boomerang.
No.
It's the last of the unique items in the game. Alright, I'm gonna duck out, but GG, you guys. Can we have boots at the start more often, please? Please, please, no more Spheres 15 boots. Please.
He's not in Link's house next time, okay?
Play more overworld glitches.
It's true. It was nice to have those yesterday, even if we did have a monstrous run. Alright, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go get some dinner or something.
Yeah.
GG.
GG's.
GG.
And to that respect, any final thoughts from you 3 before we wrap things up?
No, I just wish I'd found that bombos earlier. I could have god routed. But
Just thanks for the restream, and see you guys next time.
yeah, same.
Yeah,
So, folks,
that's that, of course, and maybe some a bit better luck next time, please.
the scene was good. Yeah, luck factored a little bit into this one, I feel. But yeah, make sure to follow our 4 runners here today. Hey, PKR, Etium, Saltify, the winner, as well as Illis, is here on Twitch. They did an excellent job keeping those items up today for you. Also, make sure to give the WeDo one and the Phantom Black Ice, our 2 trackers to follow. And let's not forget Nissan Alex as well, my co-commentator for the seed. And while you're at it,
Don't
make
forget
sure to follow
Wolfling.
I guess me as well. Also, make sure to follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 so you don't miss any randomizer action, not just Link to the Past, and heck, not even just randomizer even. There's some NMG races as well. I believe there's Pac-Man going on, there's I should forget, there's a lot of them going on. Check the schedule though. The Speed Gaming schedule link. You can see in there. So you can keep track of all the races that are going on. And if you're more comfortable listening to commentary in your language of choice, be it French, Spanish, German, or Portuguese, we also offer restream commentary in those languages as well. But with that being all said and done, folks, for all of us here at ALTTP Randomizer, I have been Wolfling0370, and we'll see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good day, everyone.
Good day.